So, I'm not saying that these things absolutely will happen. Some of them I think will. But in the end, if indeed the scriptures are to be believed, in Matthew 24, Jesus said, "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the earth, and then shall the end come." And if you look at Matthew chapter 24, what do you see described? Tribulation. Great tribulation. So we need to purpose in our hearts, number one, that we will lay down our lives for the Lord, and two, that as best as we can, those that we know, that we will encourage them to be ready to lay down their life if things get that bad. And I hope they don't. I'm hoping revival comes, but if it doesn't, just one more thing. I'm almost done. Yeah, almost. It's still Monday, so okay, I got a little bit done. There is a level of judgment which I think that we may have already entered into. And that is that there is wrath being demonstrated from heaven against this country. But there's another form of judgment, and that is what's covered in Romans chapter 1. It says that God gave them over to the lusts of their heart. It's called abandonment. And I think we may have already passed the point where God abandoned this country. What it means to be abandoned is essentially that God removes His restraining grace. That God does restrain the populace by His Spirit. But if He removes the restraint, what is going to happen in the populace? Number one, they are turned over to depraved minds. They are actually allowed to sink into a complete and absolute depravity. Remember when the New York City lights went out? What happened? When all a semblance of authority was removed, riots, killings, raping, pillaging, burning, mankind immediately degenerated to its lowest state when there was no restraint anymore. And so when God abandons a nation, all restraint is gone. All divine restraint is gone. And I think we can see things happening in this country that will make our ears tingle because of what God is going to allow to happen. And it's only going to be the church that can hold back the tide. Only the church. The church has to find themselves in their heart. They have to find it in their heart that they are willing to lay down their life for Jesus Christ and to do whatever it takes to be done for the body of Christ to get through it. I'm done.